So now we are going to discuss about frames concept in Selenium. Okay. So what is meant by frames? Let's see that part. So I'm navigating to this website. I'm navigating to this website. So I want to enter some text here in this text field. I want to enter some text here, or I want to enter some text in this field, or I want to enter in this field, and I want to enter in this field. Okay. So actually this is some web page. This is frame 1, this is frame 2, this is frame 3, and this is frame 4. Frame means it is some HTML page. It is a separate HTML page calling into this main page. Okay, suppose this page, it could be contact space. This page, it could be address space. This page, it could be loading of ad space. Okay, frame means a separate web page already developed, and we are calling these pages into this main page. Okay, means this is a separate web page. So to include a separate web page, developer will write the code like this. I will show you how the developer is writing code. Iframe name is equal to contact. Okay, contact frame, and source code is equal to contacts.html. So developer is writing code like that. So this frame name is contact frame, and another frame name is address.html. Okay, so this frame name he had given as address. So these all pages, so iframe, it retrieves another HTML code into the main page. Okay, so whenever a separate web pages code want to integrate in main page, developer will use iframe tag name. Okay, so this means this page is referring from some another HTML code into the current page. Okay, so now we understood. But I had given an exercise. Can you please automate this web page? Can you please enter some text button and click on sign in, click on login button or search button. I had given an exercise. Okay, so generally what you will do, you will write code like this, because you are inspecting driver dot. So find element, okay, by name, okay, whatever that element name is there, okay, dot send keys. You will write the code like this. Okay, you will write the code, but this line of code, it cannot be executed. Okay, why? Because suppose if the tag name, if the developer is writing another tag input, okay, uname is equal to input type is equal to text, name is equal to username. So developer had written code. So these web elements are directly available on the main page. Okay, these web elements are directly available on the main page. These web elements, we can call it as a direct web elements. Directly these web elements are available on the main page. But these inside this frame, those web elements are not part of main page code. It is some another HTML code. Okay, so if you are writing like this, the driver, it will check whether these web elements are available on the main page or not. But actually this web element is available where? It is available inside the contacts.html. Got the point? If a web element is available inside a frame, this line of code cannot be executed. So you must have to write this line of code, driver dot switch to dot frame of frame name. What is the frame name? Contact. After that only that line will be executed. So the driver, it has to enter into the contact frame, and after that you have to write that line of code. So whenever you are writing a web element inside the frame, first you have to switch into that frame, and after that you can write setup driver command. Then only your line of code it will be executed. Suppose if in case if you don't write this line of code, you have not switched into the frame. By default, this web element will be verified whether it is available on the main page or not. But actually, this web element is not available on main page. Got the point? So you must have to switch into the frame name. After that only you can write a setup driver command. Okay, and after that, once you want to exit from the current frame. So if you want to exit from the current frame, you must have to write driver dot switch to dot default content. Driver dot switch to dot default content. Okay, driver dot switch to dot default content means the driver it will exit from the current frame, and the cursor will be available at main page. So by default, so if you don't write driver dot switch to dot default content, always your driver is inside the frame only. Suppose if you want to come back to the handling of these web elements, okay, on the main page, you must have to exit from the current frame. Then you can write driver dot find element by. So after that, you can write the lines of code, username dot send keys. You can write it. Okay. So if a web element is inside the frame, the first line you have to switch into that frame name, and after that you can write setup driver commands. And if you want to exit from the current frame, you must have to write driver dot switch to dot default content, so that you will be exited from the current frame and you will be back to main page. So your cursor is blinking at main page, and you can continue the setup driver commands on the main page. Okay, got the point? Okay, now let's automate this scenario. So now I want to enter this line of code. Okay, so if the web element is inside the frame or not, how can I know? First of all, I have to know whether this web element is inside the frame or outside or available on the main page. How can I know? So just right click. If you are able to see view frame source, if you are able to see view frame source, that means that web element is available inside a frame. Suppose let me show you open Orange HRM website. Suppose this is an username password. So I'm right clicking, and so here you are able to see only view page source. That means these web elements are available directly on main page. Okay, but if you are getting options like this view page source and view frame source, means this web element is available inside a frame. So you cannot write setup driver commands directly. So first you have to switch into that frame, and after that you can write setup driver commands. So now let me check what is the so view page source. So here view page source, what is the frame name developer had given? Frame one, frame underscore one dot HTML, frame underscore two dot HTML. So how I am getting this code means, so right click on view page source. So here you can able to see frame one underscore HTML, frame two underscore HTML, frame three, frame four, frame five. So now I want to jump into frame one dot HTML. So what is the so I want to jump into the frame one dot HTML. Okay. So now let's go to the frame. Here developer had not given name is equal to. So in my code previously I have written name is equal to. If developer is giving name, then it's fine. But if developer is not giving frame, how to switch into that frame name? So that is the point we need to discuss. Okay. Now let's go to the point. So if developer is giving frame name, we can write frame name driver dot switch to dot whatever frame name. But okay. So what is the website now? What is this website? This one. I want to navigate to this website. Okay, let's go to this website. Okay, I'm switching into this website, and the frame name developer had not given. Okay, so what is this web element? Frame one. So let's click on inspect. Input type is equal to, okay, my text one. Okay, my text one. Driver dot find element by my text one. So if I'm trying to execute this line, driver, it will throw no such element exception. Okay, 1 second. Let me write waits as well. Waits. Wait. So if I will try, so actually this line of code, it cannot be executed. Why? Because this web element is not directly available on main page. First, I need to write driver dot switch to dot frame of frame name, but the developer had not given frame name. Okay, so first let me run this program. What will happen? Okay, switch frame name 3. So right click, run as test engine test. Okay, but that value was not entered. Okay, so let's go to the program. After completion of 10 seconds, it will throw no such element exception. Okay, see, it is throwing no such element exception because this web element is not available on main page. So now I want to switch into that frame, and after that I want to write. Okay, so first, how many frames are available in this page now? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 frames are there. See here, frame 5 also there. So first, I have to know how many frames. So to know the number of frames, I am writing the code like this: list of web element frames is equal to driver dot find elements by tag name. What is the tag name means? Iframe. Frame name. What is the frame name here? Frame. FRAME. Tag name is frame. So driver dot find elements by tag name is frame. So here, if I want to know the number of frames, system dot out dot println number of frames. Frames dot size of. So total, whenever this line number 41 got executed, it will show you number of frames are 5. Okay, and now I want to switch into the first frame. So you have to write this line of code: driver dot switch to dot frames dot frames get off. 1 second. Frame on driver dot switch to dot. 1 second. That line. Frame of frames dot get off here. Get off 0. So get off 0 means switching into the first frame. Index number, it will start from 0, first frame. Okay. So driver dot switch to dot. So I'm switching into the first frame. If you want to switch into the second frame, you have to write 1. If you want to write switch into the third frame, you have to write 2. Okay, like that. So let me write 0. Let's check this value has typed or not inside the frame. Okay, I'm saving this program and let's run this program. Run as test engine test. So the value got typed or not? So that means you have to switch into the frame. Suppose here I want to switch into this frame. Okay, let's inspect this one. What is this name? My text 2. Okay, so my text 2. Can I write it directly like this? I have to switch into the second frame. So I have to write frames.get. But here, did I exited from the current frame? No, I have not exited from the current frame. So you must have to exit driver dot switch to dot default content. So this line of code. So you have to exit. After that, you can jump into the second frame. Okay, so second frame here. Okay, so without exiting, you cannot go into that one. Okay, you cannot jump into the second frame directly. You must have to exit. So right now, let me save this one and run this program. So if I want to exit from the second frame, what I need to write? Driver dot switch to dot if. So whenever this line got executed, driver it will back to the main page. Okay. Okay, let's run this program and we'll see. So here Selenium got entered and here Sudhakar got entered. So understood, right? How to switch into the frame. So we switched into the frame based on index number. So first of all, I came to know how many number of frames. And after that, frames dot get off 0, frames dot get off 1. And to enter into the switch based on the index number, I am switching and I am writing the set of driver command and I am exiting. So like this. So that means I handled frames based on index number. Okay, suppose in case developer is giving directly frame name like this. So if in case developer is giving frame name is equal to something like that. So you can write direct driver dot switch to dot frame of whatever frame name. What is the point? And you can write set of driver commands and you can exit like this. Okay, so whenever you navigate to a particular web page, there are 2-3 frames will be there. So you can, based on frame name, you can jump into that frame name. If developer is giving frame name, you no need to get number of frames, all this concept. Directly frame name, you can jump into that frame. And you can write set of driver commands. And you can exit from that. And if you want to jump into, so once after jumping into the current frame, if you want to jump into another frame, you can write driver dot switch to dot frame of frame name. And you can write set of driver commands and you can write exit from the current. So like, got it? So based on frame name also, I can easily switch. Okay. So if it is frame name, simply you need to write the lines of code like this. Driver dot switch to dot frame of frame name. Okay. All right. And third point. So driver dot switch to dot frame of. Okay. So driver dot switch to dot frame of driver dot find element by name. So this part, what we can call in Selenium terminology, this line of code, what we can call? So I'm switching into the frame based on web element reference. Previously, I switched into the frame based on frame name. Okay, you can switch into a frame based on frame name directly. Driver dot switch to dot frame of frame name if developer is giving. If developer, you can also switch, you can also write the line of code based on web element reference. Suppose here, suppose developer had given like this, name is equal to contact. So you can write a driver dot find element by name contact. So you are switching into the frame based on web element object reference. Okay. So you can switch into the frame based on web element reference. You can switch into the frame based on frame name. You can switch into the frame based on frame index. Okay. How many ways that we can handle frames in Selenium? This is the question people are asking. Okay, so you have to tell this line of code. So particularly interviews people are asking this one. List of web element frames is equal to driver dot find elements by tag name of 5 frame, driver dot switch to dot frame of frames dot get off 0, and after that you can write set of driver commands related to that frame, and to exit from the current frame you need to write driver dot switch to dot default content. Suppose if you are not jumping into the frame, if you are writing driver commands, it will throw no such element because those web elements are not directly from the main page. Those are related to some other contact HTML pages. Okay, so you must have to switch it to the frame by frame name, or you can switch it to the frame by web element reference, or you can switch it to the frame by frame syntax. Okay, so that's it on concept of frames. Okay, so we have left with one more concept, Excel util class files. Excel util class files. సో ఎక్సెల్ యూటిల్ క్లాస్ ఫైల్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఒకసారి గిట్ హబ్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ అవన్నీ కమాండ్స్ ఒకసారి రన్ చేసి చూద్దాం. ఓకే, ఏంటిది ఏపీఐ అన్ని బ్యాచెస్ కలిపి ఒకేసారి చెప్తాను, 1 వీక్ గ్యాప్ ఇచ్చి. ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రేమ్ లోపల ఫ్రేమ్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు మీరు కాంటాక్ట్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో ఇంకొక ఫ్రేమ్ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్కడున్నారు? ఇప్పుడు కాంటాక్ట్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో ఉన్నాడు. ఇంకో ఫ్రేమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఇట్లా రాశారు అనుకో, దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? గూగుల్ కాంటాక్ట్ ఇట్లా రాశాను అంటే దాని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఇంకో ఫ్రేమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళారండి. నెస్టెడ్ ఫ్రేమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళాలి అంటే ఇలా రాయాలి. సో ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఈ నెస్టెడ్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో నుండి బయటికి రావాలంటే డ్రైవర్ డాట్ స్విచ్ టు డాట్ డిఫాల్ట్ కంటెంట్. సో మళ్ళీ మీరు ఇది పేరెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్ అయింది, ఇది చైల్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్ అయింది. సో చైల్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో ఉన్న వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంకో లైన్ రాయాలి. అర్థమైందా? పేరెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్ లోపల ఫ్రేమ్ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చైల్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్ నుండి బయటకు వచ్చావు నాకు. సో మళ్ళీ ఈ ఫ్రేమ్ నుండి బయటకు రావాలంటే మళ్ళీ రాయాలి. అదే, సో ఈ ఫ్రేమ్ కంటైన్స్ నెస్టెడ్ ఫ్రేమ్ అన్నమాట. సో దీన్నేమో పేరెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్ అంటాం, దీన్నేమో చైల్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్. సో చైల్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో ఉన్న వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్నిటి హ్యాండిల్ చేసావు అండ్ యూ ఎగ్జిటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద కరెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ నుండి కూడా నువ్వు ఎగ్జిట్ అవ్వాలంటే పేరెంట్ ఫ్రేమ్ లో నుండి డ్రైవర్ డాట్ స్విచ్ టు డాట్ డిఫాల్ట్ కంటెంట్ రాయాలి. ఓకే, రైట్. So that's it on the frames. So tomorrow's topic is Excel class files. So that is the final class we have left. Okay, so Excel classes అయిపోయిన తర్వాత might be that Excel classes it might take 2 days time. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. After that ఒక్కసారి git bash commands ఒకసారి మీకు పర్ఫెక్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేపిస్తాను. సో git bash commands ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి Eclipse UI అయితే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఉంటారు కదా మీరు. Eclipse లో UI లో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఉంటారు కదా, రిమోట్ రిపాజిటరీ క్రెడెన్షియల్స్ అని. సో అవి అయిపోయిన తర్వాత నేను వీడియోస్ కూడా అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, సో అది ఒకవేళ మీకు ఏదైనా టాపిక్ ఎక్కడైనా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ పెండింగ్ ఉందనుకోండి, అవి సెకండ్ క్లాస్ బ్యాచెస్ లో వింటా ఉండండి. సో రివిజన్ లో కవర్ అయిపోవాలి. ఓకే, సో మీ అందరికి చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే యూ కెన్ గెట్ రెడీ విత్ యువర్ రెజ్యూమ్స్ అప్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. ప్యారలల్ గా టాపిక్స్ అన్ని ఇవన్నీ ప్రిపేర్ అవుతా ఉండండి. ఓకే, సో నేను మీకు ఒక లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎలా చెప్పాలి, ఎలా మాట్లాడాలి అనేది ఒక క్లాస్లో చెప్తాను. ఓకే.